Good morning, everyone. This is Anne Marie, and today is November the 8th, and we are looking at an election day and a very busy week of news, though most of everything that's been marked is through the channels now. We're just going to bounce back and forth in terms of what's going on with the election space. So let's have a look at what the SPY and the Qs have been doing for the week. We came in to the low edges near the close of last week after really gapping up on Monday. We filled that gap, came all the way into 2 weeks ago opening, and then began a bounce that was really pretty impressive. All right, so far in the body of the last week of motion, let's stick a fib up here. Let's do that. Fib is actually on another of my machines, but we can see that the 50% marker is sitting right around this edge here. So it's very, very interesting about where we are in price. We had 376 as soon as it started holding above there. Price action continued. Now we're looking at 380, 381. You can see that we're well over that. Price action from yesterday gives us really a lot less. Look at the distance here. I'm going to delete this. It's very interesting. My system is simply not remembering so very much of what I'm doing on my other machines because I try not to work here at my office all night. So as we're looking at this, we can see that we are breaking up and over into these edges. Notice 50% of the body, that's where we left for the day yesterday. Now the traders are going to try and climb to this 384. That's my suspicion. We're going to use the options market to see if it helps us do that, and we will position accordingly. Today we're going to use the SPX, however, because those options do expire today, as the SPY do not have options that expire until tomorrow. Okay, so what do we have to look at? Let's go over here very quickly, and we can see that the dollar is bouncing just a little bit compared to where it was yesterday, but not by much, right? The euro is really starting to lift. We have a number of bullish positions sitting in our portfolio, and they're going to do just fine over the range. We do have a couple of things that are due to pull back, and we can see that kind of happening, right? So the big things to watch are, can we stay above the zero line with new weekly highs? We're still, except for, last Thursday and Friday, which really came all the way down into the pressure zones that we normally look at and go, hey, do we see a bounce from here? That zone is, pretty important. I don't mean to do that. But that's what we're looking at. The VIX continues to plunge. That's just absolutely bananas to me. The bell is about to ring in just a few moments, but I do want to share this with you. This is a market that is trending upward above very tight moving averages and still making higher lows, right? 1, 2, 3 up, all the way down for last week, and now we're beginning this week trying to climb the edge. What's the takeaway? Higher lows, right? Less intense negative momentum. And so what the traders are simply trying to do is creep back up the prior week's candlestick formation. And that's really what we need to watch. As it climbs up, it'll pull back, make a higher low, and we'll be able to trend upward from that perspective. That's what you need to watch for. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, we're in a very bearish event, but intraday motion allows us to have these massive swings up and down. And today, you can see that we're rising. We're above the VWAP. We're above the 5. Everything's trending north. And we can pull back. Notice this is a daily range up above the high of yesterday. So things are really moving up. The big thing to watch is wicks. We have them, and they are going to matter. So pullbacks, deep pullbacks give you the buy zones. If you lose the levels, folks, congestion, again, weekly charts, monthly charts, daily charts, and they're going to give you those midlines where you see heavy congestion. If it comes down there, the first thing they're likely going to do is buy it. If it loses the level and you've gone long, get out of the trade. Wait for it to come back into the space. Don't hang on here. These are not trending markets. So whatever direction you decide to go in, notice where all the arguing has been and focus yourself there. That means patience is going to continue to be your superpower. I'll see you tomorrow.